Welcome to this interview with author Michelle Kirby. Michelle is a Stecoah alumna, and we carry her children's books in our artisan gallery. An author's reading and a writer's workshop on April 1st, 2023. But there's still lots of interesting and relevant information, so if you catch this video after that date has passed, we still invite you to learn more about the old Stecoah schoolhouse and what it was like back then, and also would love for you to know more about Michelle and her work.
All right. Well, I am Amber, and I'm the program director here at the Stecoah Valley Art Center. And I have with me today Michelle Kirby, who is the author of some of these wonderful little books in our Stecoah Valley Gallery. And she's going to talk to us today about the Uncle Martin Porch Tales series and a little bit about her history here at Stecoah. And Michelle is going to be with us Saturday, April 1st at 12:30 doing an author reading and then a free writer's workshop. So welcome, Michelle.
Home.
Yeah, I understand that feeling of coming home very much.
Yeah, Stecoah just has great memories for me. Mother and I were talking about it the other night. We moved up to the mountains in, I think, around 1972 into Stecoah Valley. And for the first couple of years, it was back and forth for me. So I understand what a child feels like to move back and forth from one community to another and trying to get grounded in one place or another. But it was a wonderful place, and finished up high school in Graham County.
Great. So can you tell us like some of your favorite memories from school back then and what the building that we're in was like? Or
Oh my goodness. Well, I just love the architecture of the building. There's just something about that wood in the auditorium. And one of my favorite memories was we did a talent contest or a variety show. And it was in the time of our lives when the Sonny and Cher show was very popular. And I was Cher, so I had the black wig and was, flipping my hair and on top of the piano singing. And I think it was Mark Cody. He was Sonny. And we were happened to be boyfriend, girlfriend back then. And I was a little taller than him. And then Mickey DeHart was Chastity, because, Sonny used to hold. That was a fun experience. We also just loved hanging out at break together. When we had time to go outside for lunch, we had special places. We just go sit and enjoy each other's company. And there's just about a spot everywhere on the campus where we did that at one point or another. And I'm just looking forward to coming back and walking around and recovering those memories.
yeah, well, it's going to be really great to meet you in person. And just so everyone knows where they're going, you're going to be in what we call now the meeting room, which is the front room of the old gymnasium. But tell us, like, what was that room back when you were here at school?
Well, that was the old lunchroom. And we would, during break, would go back and forth and sometimes could have a snack and see the lunchroom ladies. And we could go in the gym and shoot hoops. And so that was a very common place. We walked back and forth, and we had a mailman, Mr. Doug Millsap. He was relative of Ronnie Millsap. Mr. Doug would come and just sit and have a cup of coffee. And also Mr. Cody, that was married to Miss Polly Cody. I'm sorry, I can't remember his first name. They would just come and sit down and we just say hello. Those were the kind of simple and carefree times, and that we would just enjoy each other. And the lunchroom was a gathering place to go get good food.
Well, and this the lunchroom also happens to be the setting of your newest book, correct?
Yes, that's correct. My first book was a little bit further up in the valley, but this one is on the school property. And the kids at this time are meeting up in the cafeteria with Uncle Martin, and also the mailman who stops by to say hello. And they get a little bit of insight about what it's like to be a new neighbor in a community.
So tell us, Michelle, a little bit about Uncle Martin and the Porch Tales series and kind of the ideas behind that?
Right. Well, there were some people from Stecoah that inspired aspects of Uncle Martin, and some have, said, I know exactly who that is, but he's kind of a hybrid character, and just basically a good representative of what Jesus would be to us. And so he imparts wisdom, and he gently shares information and his heart with the children as they're going through a particular situation. And so in the first book, there was a sick dog, which was actually my dog in Stecoah that got sick, and a man did. That is actually a true story of someone in the community that heard about it. And Clyde Garland's store is mentioned, and came to the rescue with snakeweed, and my dog revived. And so that's kind of the parts of Uncle Martin. And then in the second book, the kids are dealing with another situation, and you'll meet some other characters from Stecoah. And if I could add, just generally speaking, my grandchildren are the children with me in the first book. And then my sons, I have 3 sons, they are part of the characters. And so it's a lot of fun to build these characters with my own family and to bring in other people who were important in my life.
That's really neat. So I'm gonna just show a picture again of what the book looks like. This is one of the ones that we have here in the gallery. Michelle's going to be reading, and I think the author's reading is at 12:30 in the old lunchroom, which we call the meeting room of the gymnasium. So I want to make sure that everybody knows to come out about that. And then after the reading, Michelle, you're going to be leading a free writing workshop. Can you tell us a little bit about your writing workshop?
Yes, I'd love to. One of my greatest joys is to write. I told my mother the other day they wouldn't have to submit some type of torture to me. They would just take my pen away. And it's been a journey. And I understand what some people might call writer's block, but I just love to invite different experiences in for children and adults who want to experience not only just a writing task, but the emotion, an emotive art experience. There could be writing, there could be some drawing, there could be a blending, and it flows based upon, the pattern of what I get to share for the writing workshop. It'll take probably about an hour, and usually you want to do more. It's just a lot of fun. It's not grueling. We're not making lists. We're trying to tap into creativity. The experience that I'll be sharing, the emotive art experience, is one that led me actually to write my first ebook. In the flow of this is so wonderful, and it's on my website, by the way. If I could just show this, I printed it this morning, and I'll be bringing it. But this is Mahena's fantastic adventure, and I did this in probably an hour and a half after having received this writing experience with someone else, and then now rolling that out to share it. As soon as the experience was over, I sat down and typed it up in a program and blended it in through a program, and boom, it was an ebook. It helps to open up the flow of creativity and get rid of all the I can'ts.
Yeah. Do you want to share what your website is right now so people could take a look at that?
Yes. Our website is inallthingsministries.org. This is our logo for In All Things Ministries.
So you'll know if you're in the right place if you see that logo.
Yeah, that's our logo. And you can connect with us there. I lead free Zoom chats with people, usually on a monthly basis, to help people connect on various topics. So
yeah, sure. What about the ages of your writing workshop? Can you tell me who this workshop is for?
I have led groups that were combined. Jesus said to be as a little child. And sometimes the child in the room just opens up that freedom for everybody to stop being so focused on text material. So it's adaptable, for anyone. I would say a child would need to probably be maybe 6 years old or up and able to write or draw something. 5 would be fine, but there needs to be some, a little bit of level of ability to hear and then to flow. But bring them. We'll see what happens. It's okay. I've had children younger than that before, but the goal would be to try to write a story at the end. We'll start with some basic practicing and talking and sharing, and then we'll see what happens.
All right. So it sounds like it's for the young and the young at heart.
Absolutely. And I hope some of the characters show up. You never know. If you
never
come,
know.
you might meet a Stecoah alumni, and they might impart a really cool story that inspires you. As a matter of fact, one of the main characters in the book is Martha Atwell.
Oh,
Martha
Miss Martha
and I are very, very good friends for many years. She taught me how to play basketball.
Okay.
And I stayed at their family home from time to time. So Martha is one of the main characters in the book with me. So I'm hoping she'll pop in and we can share a little more. She told me a secret actually about the lunchroom that some people may not know.
Well, come out to find out the secret if you want to know more. Michelle, you're also speaking in a couple other locations while you're here back home in Graham County. Do you want to talk about those?
Yes. My family and I attended Stecoah Baptist Church, and so I'll be sharing there on Sunday, April 2nd, during their regular church time. We'll be giving a ministry update to the membership there and what things have been going on this past year for us. It's been exploding. Things in Africa we're doing and local garden ministries. And so we'll be giving an update there.
All right. Well, I want to just welcome you back to Stecoah. It's so great to have you. And I think this is going to be a fun little event, and we encourage people to come out. If people want to register for the writing workshop, they email you at
GoMichelleKirby@gmail.com. Maybe you could put that, you have that in the announcement.
I'm sorry, yes.
If you can bring paper and pencil, that's fine. I'll have some colored pencils as well, some other supplies, but nothing high end. And if you can't come for the whole time and want to peek your head in the door and say hello, be glad to see you. We'll have some books available with us that day. And my mom's coming. Hello, Stecoah. Miss Jean's coming back. So if you want to see my mom, she's doing really good.
Great. Michelle, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. Safe travels.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for this time.
Thank you very much, Amber. Looking forward to it.
This video is presented to you by the Stecoah Valley Cultural Arts Center, located in a historic rock schoolhouse in Robbinsville, North Carolina. You can find out more information about our Welcome Center, our Artisan Gallery, and our concerts at StecoahValleyCenter.com.